Crash of a Turkish military aircraft at the border of Georgia and Azerbaijan. Details of the tragedy. On Monday, the 11th of November, a major aviation disaster occurred, causing significant international repercussions. A military transport aircraft of the Turkish Air Force belonging to the NATO alliance crashed in a border region between Georgia and Azerbaijan. The tragedy unfolded in the skies over Georgian territory, and shocking footage capturing the final moments of the flight spread almost instantly through local media, sparking a wave of alarm and condolences. Reports indicate that the incident took place in the Rustavi district on Georgian territory. This location, according to preliminary calculations and geolocation data, is situated at a considerable distance, approximately 1,600 to 1,800 kilometers, from the state border of the Russian Federation, which rules out any influence from that factor on the event. Initially, there was some confusion in the information space, and the first reports mentioned the loss of a helicopter. However, this information was later categorically refuted and clarified by official representatives. It was revealed that the incident involved a much larger aircraft, the C-130 Hercules military transport plane. This model is rightfully considered one of the most reliable and widespread aircraft in its class, being in service with numerous countries worldwide and having decades of impeccable operation behind it, which makes this incident particularly tragic and requiring a thorough investigation. The Ministry of National Defense of the Republic of Turkey issued an official statement confirming the sad news. It was reported that the C-130 cargo plane was on a scheduled flight from the territory of Azerbaijan back to Turkey. While approaching the border, over Georgian territory, the aircraft, for reasons still unknown, went out of control and crashed. The military department's statement emphasized that search and rescue operations were immediately initiated and are currently being conducted in close coordination and active cooperation with the competent authorities and emergency services of Georgia. However, the military is currently refraining from providing any preliminary versions or details regarding the possible causes of the crash, as well as the exact number of casualties, which leaves room for various assumptions. Local news agencies circulated video recordings apparently filmed by eyewitnesses to the incident. The footage shows a large aircraft at high altitude experiencing critical structural failure. It literally breaks apart into two pieces. Following this, the burning wreckage and fuselage fragments, trailing a plume of smoke and fire, plummet to the ground at high speed. The impact with the earth is accompanied by a powerful flash and a colossal burst of black smoke, forming a huge and ominous smoke cloud visible for many kilometers from the site of the tragedy. Later, the Turkish Ministry of Defense released an additional press statement shedding some light on the fate of the people on board. According to the latest updated information, there were at least 20 individuals on board the crashed aircraft at the time of the catastrophe. This number is presumed to include both flight crew members and other personnel, possibly passengers carrying out various assignments. The search and rescue operation continues around the clock, despite difficult conditions, yet the precise fate of these individuals, as well as their chances of survival, remains unknown at this time, and is a source of deep concern. The tragedy was addressed at the highest level by the President of the Republic of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. In his emotional statement, he declared, "With profound sorrow and immense regret, we received the news of the crash of our aircraft, which was en route from friendly Azerbaijan to Turkey, near the border between Georgia and Azerbaijan. We are currently continuing to coordinate all possible search and rescue efforts involving the relevant services and hope, despite the gravity of the situation, that the loss of life will be minimal. We offer prayers for those who were martyred in this incident and ask for the mercy of Almighty Allah upon them. May they find peace in paradise, and may their families find the strength to endure this most difficult ordeal." At present, details concerning the specific departure point of the aircraft in Azerbaijan, the nature of its mission, the exact flight route, and the composition of the people on board remain unclear and will likely be clarified as new information arrives from the rescuers and investigators working at the crash site. The international community awaits the results of the official investigation, which must establish all the factors that led to this large-scale tragedy.